Alright guys, welcome back to the Frugal Homestead, and today it's time once again for another tiny house update. So we have not gotten as much as I'd hoped we get done, so let's go inside, check it out, and I'll explain everything that's going on. Okay, for those of you that didn't check out our last video, I blasted my ankle on a massive fall while working down here. Now, it has greatly impaired my ability to get anything done, and my wife has been really riding me about not being up on it. Now, we are, at the time of filming this, 13 days since that fall. So literally tomorrow will be 2 weeks when you guys are watching this video. And I will give you a visual update at the end of this video on my ankle, because it is still extremely messed up. But with that said, the downstairs here is going to be where I'm going to be focusing on. I do need to go back to the Mennonite place where we got all this foam and where we got the bubble type thermo insulation and buy more. But I still have plenty to do, such as electric, studding of the walls. I actually have to build some walls back in this corner, and I have the studding here to actually do that. So the materials are here for those things, so that's what I'm going to work on. I have to, of course, go through and spray foam and caulk all the edging and get it all sealed up real good. Now, I can't start on this wall yet because we're not sure if we're doing in-wall or on-wall plumbing, but there'll be some light plumbing work on that wall, so that's why I haven't gone through and finished putting the foam in. I also have to put a through dog door here now because my wife decided she wanted it in here. So I'll be figuring all that out. But let's go ahead and take you upstairs where I actually have been getting something done. So as we go up the steps here, which you have to bear with me, his ankle don't like these steps. Before, I had my fun fall from there working on insulation that was here, which is now no longer there. It has fallen there. And I fell down there. I was actually kicking butt up here getting stuff done. As you can see, the end walls have finished being studded in, insulated, and have their moisture barrier / thermo barrier up. The joints do still need to be metal taped. I will be using actual metal tape. So all the seams will need to be done. And then all around the boxes will need to be done. Now I actually have run out of this material, so I will have to go get more, as I said. Obviously this all still needs to be insulated, and then the studs still need put down the top rise here. Once all that's done and it's all taped, we are real close to being ready for drywall. Now that's not to say that it's gonna go up easy or fast because of my ankle, but it definitely seems like we could be real close to a completion stage as far as insulation goes up here. I'm kind of proud of this because if you come up here, it holds its coolness throughout the day. Now once it does get hot, it holds the heat too. But I think as time goes on, now that I'm in the fall, when it starts getting really cold outside and there's a door on there, this is going to stay rather warm just by itself. Now in the long run, because of the wood burner we're going to put in here, that may pose a problem. Holding too much insulation, holding too much heat, holding too much air conditioning is good in some ways, but if you're going to use a wood burner where it's a little harder to control your heat level, especially an extremely large wood burner, then that could end up being a problem. But I'm also not afraid to go back and change out the wood burner for a smaller one. That just means I'm going to use less firewood, honestly. But we are trying to put the docket in, but convert it to a off-grid mode. That way we have that long burn time. We're going to put a second damper in the back pipe and choke it down to basically where hopefully we can fill it and it'll last 12 hours. That's the goal. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope so. But I will definitely have no problem keeping this place warm on the very coldest of nights. We've seen wind chills hit like -20 up here about 2 or 3 years ago. So it can get cold. It can get cold. But At the same time, you don't want it to get too hot constantly. Now, one thing I do have to address is this insulation, which has ended up being an excellent purchase because the price has gone up $5 per roll. I don't know why the sudden spike in insulation, but I'm so glad I listened to my wife when she told me to go ahead and buy the bulk amount instead of buying the rolls we needed. We will have some extra, but I already have enough here to finish this project completely out. So, pretty good forward planning. There is lots more material to come. I'm not sure. I think I have enough wire. I definitely need some more electrical boxes. Obviously drywall's coming and so many other things. I also have to buy a dog door kit, which is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about $125 because Apollo's a big boy and needs to be able to get out the door. The biggest doors are the most expensive, obviously. But as I sit down and realize the cost of everything, we are so far under budget right now, it's amazing. So I have a rather lofty goal at the moment, and that's for us to be moved in here by Christmas. Now, that may not happen, especially now that I've lost basically 2 weeks because of this injury. But that's okay. I'm going to just do the best I can and push through with the schedule. You cannot rush it when you're hurt. Now, I can get a lot of this stuff done pretty fast, but I don't really need to because I can't really hang drywall in the condition I'm in. Alright, the concept is I cannot be on my ankle for multiple hours on end hanging drywall. So probably what will happen is I'll try and get as much done to this place as I possibly can before we even go get the drywall, and try and enlist some help from the boys or, you know, wherever I can get some help to actually do like the ceilings upstairs and some of the higher stuff. Now the lower stuff, the walls, the way I've got it set up, it's going to be 5 foot, half of a 10-foot sheet. I can do all that by myself. That isn't a big deal. But at the same time, all this stuff takes time and effort, and it's not always something you have, especially when you make a stupid mistake and get injured. Now, as promised, I will go ahead and show you where we're at with the ankle. So as I said, still pretty banged up. Not a lot of improvement swelling wise on the actual ankle, but on the foot the swelling has gone down a lot, the bruising has gone down a lot. It's still pretty banged up. There's still a lot of pretty color on the back of that, but I think overall we are making some improvements. As I turn it around, hopefully you can see the definition there of that. It's like a tight band of swelling now right along here, and then it kind of fades away and dissipates down the foot as you go now. The entire foot was so swollen. If you refer back to another video, you will see the difference. But clearly, I think we can all see that I still have to be pretty ginger on it and take it easy. So I think it's acceptable to say that I have a lot to do and no more time for stupid mistakes. So I will be overly cautious on a lot of things, but also I'm smart enough to know sometimes you just have to get up and do things. I'm going to try and stay off the ladder work for a while. I do have some stuff I have to do, and I had wanted to coat the roof of this place with a silicone roof coating before winter came, but ladders wreak havoc on my ankle on the best of days because it's got those pins in there. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I have no concerns that the roof's going to leak. It was more of an aesthetic and future planning thing and to put the ice guards on, but we'll just have to see what happens. Currently, I'm not stressing it. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. We can get this place livable, start getting stuff down here, getting more material in, and knocking it out. But with that said, it's not much of an update, but this is what really goes on. And as you guys know, that's what we're all about. So with that said, if you haven't already, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, where else can you see people bounce off concrete and see them build their dream on a massive budget? So go down, hit the subscribe button, join the family, be around, hit the notification bell so you see all of our upcoming videos, because you never know what I'm going to do next. Give us a like, comment, let us know what's going on. Let us know what you think of everything that's going on, or if you have any ideas. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.